how's it going? Matthew Bailey here, and welcome to another 2021 movie review. This time it is going to be on a film that I honestly was surprised at that it had so much nostalgia, and that is Ghostbusters Afterlife, aka Ghostbusters 3, if you will. This is the third installment of the original 80s versions of Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. However, not a lot of stuff that happened in the events of Ghostbusters 2 did make it into this film. The only thing that did, as we saw in the trailers, was Raise a Cult, which was his bookstore featured in the second movie. That was really the only thing we saw from the second movie in this film. But, to be fair, this movie kind of ties into a lot of events of the first film, without giving away too much spoilers. And the movie follows a young girl, her brother, and their single mother, who move into this creepy old farmhouse that their mysterious grandfather left them in the middle of nowhere in Summerville, Oklahoma. And it turns out that they find out that they have a history, or that they're connected to one of the original Ghostbusters, and we can probably all guess who it is based on the trailers, and based on the way the girl character of Phoebe looks, played by McKenna Grace, being Egon Spengler. And that is to pay homage to the late Harold Ramis, may he rest in peace, or whatever, and to sort of continue the franchise, if you will. And this time it is directed by the son of original director Ivan Reitman, known as Jason Reitman, who we did kind of see make a cameo appearance in Ghostbusters 2, for those of you who've seen the film. He showed up in that very big first scene when Ray Stantz and Winston Zeddemore appeared at a birthday party, and he was the one who told Ray Stantz, my dad says you guys are full of crap. That was Jason Reitman as a young boy. So who would have thought that after all these years he would come and he would pick up after his father and direct the future of the Ghostbusters films. Now, honestly, this movie, I have to admit, because it was directed by the son of the original director, I honestly thought he did a great job, giving us back so much nostalgia. We got to see so many different themes in it. Now, and because you saw the trailers, you probably know that there's one small ghost who looks so similar to one that we saw from the first two films, being Slimer. But, unfortunately, like I said, this isn't really a spoiler. That wasn't Slimer. It was kind of confirmed in the trailers. And it's a new ghost that's similar to Slimer, just a little different. And that was one of two things I was kind of let down a little bit on this movie. But the rest of the movie was great. Even some of the other actors, like Paul Rudd as the teacher, was pretty okay. I mean, there were some scenes that he was in that, like, for example, when he teaches and stuff, it wasn't really that entertaining or professional, really, as a teacher, but he still did a pretty good job. And we already kind of saw this scene in the trailer, but I love the Walmart scene that he shows up in. That was pretty funny. And also, what I think is funny is that I saw this movie on a Thursday night as soon as I got off of work, and my other YouTube friend, Matthew Davis Media, saw it on Wednesday night as an early screening. And the reason why I'm bringing up my friend Matthew Davis is because his review of Ghostbusters is probably a little bit more funny, especially near the end of the video, because he went to one of the old location that I used to work at, and somebody actually supposedly drove up with the same siren, classic siren from the Ghostbusters vehicle, and as if they were exterminating ghosts at the theater. I thought that was pretty funny. So if you want to go check out his review, the link to his video will probably be in the description below. But I have to admit, Ghostbusters Afterlife was a neat way to end to end not only end the franchise for those original characters, but to set up new characters. Set up new stories for the future. Because there is one scene in the movie that shows that there's some type of calendar of doomsday events, and that's why there's barely been a single ghost sighting in 30 years based on what Paul Rudd said in the trailer, and there's a good reason for that. And I have to admit, that seems like a legit way to continue the franchise. Now, before I give my rating of this movie, I can definitely tell you that this movie was 100% better than the 2016 version. I know a lot of people, including my friend Matthew Davis, really thought it was okay and it was meh. I was kind of the same way. I mean, it didn't give me that nostalgic feeling that the original films did, even though I wasn't born when those first two films came out. But I watched them and I became a fan of the franchise. But then when the 2016 movie came out, things got a little crazy. There was so much controversy around that movie, and some people, when this movie was first announced, people were saying that they think that this is something that, I guess I don't really want to say who I'm gonna discuss, but they say that this was something that a specific someone would do back at the time when the film was released. There was something major going on at that time, and the person that they were referring to, they claimed to be like a sexist pig or something, because of the fact that the 2016 version was basically a remake and had all female cast, and people were like, and then when this movie was announced to be connected to the original films and that it would completely ignore that one, some people who really liked the 2016 one, even especially one of the actresses themselves that was in the movie, got pissed when this movie got announced. And I honestly have to admit, I can just say it right now, there is no better person to direct Ghostbusters films than not only Ivan Reitman, but now his son, Jason Reitman. It's basically like a passing of the torch kind of situation. I think Jason Reitman realizes now that he is the future of this franchise, if it ever were to continue. But anyways, let me give you my rating of Ghostbusters. So, as for my rating, like I said, it was a pretty good nostalgic movie. There were so many cool elements to the movie. The characters, specifically Phoebe's character, was incredible. She really did channel her inner Harold Ramis, who may he rest in peace. But I'm gonna give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. Yep, another movie that gets a 4.5 out of 5. There's already like 6 other movies that have that rating this year. Like I said, I think there's one movie I have loved to see that I'm probably not going to enjoy very much before I post my worst films of the year or whatever, but like I said, it probably will be in less than 2 weeks or whatever, so keep an eye out for that. But anyways, that's all for now in this movie review, and I will see all of you dudes and ladies in the next video.